So we're going to do a light language activation. And I want you to have your eyelids closed, but your eyes up, so you open your crown as if you could see through your brain into your crown and in your third eye. And when you do that simple movement inside of you, we're going to send cores of energy activating your higher chakras, and set the intention that you're not going to open your eyelids, because sometimes when you open them we lose connection, and for a while you will be able to do it with eyes closed or open as you feel guided to, but let's just begin with eyes closed. And now I'm going to ask you to breathe into your crown and imagine that you exhale through your third eye, and find a way to create a pattern. I want you not to pay attention about the body position or any sounds that you hear in the background or movements that you may feel in the energy. I want you to concentrate within you, just for you to practice contemplation. Light language comes with our energy, vibrates in a very high frequency, matching cosmic light rays of love from source. In that instant, there is nothing we need to do to control it. It just flows through sound, through movement, or through symbology. So allow yourself to be aware of your light in a very effortless way. In a practice that we can do, it is to play with the energy around. Imagine that you can breathe from your left ear and exhale through your right ear, and then inhale through your nose, hold it a little bit, and then exhale throughout your mouth. And now inhale into your crown, and then go all the way down, and then exhale throughout your heart, opening the flow for your soul to come through. Now as you breathe into your heart, allow yourself to exhale through your third eye. And what you are doing when you visualize at the energy level, it is through you're activating your Taurus fields from your aura. Now place your attention on your feet. Imagine that they are glued through a sacred place. You may see it as a liquid light, you may see it as a crystal, you may see it as a soil, grass, or anything that works out for you to bring spirit down. And now let that sacred breath of light that comes through your feet to go up, 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 and now exhale through your root, activating the flow of Kundalini. And we're going to do that a couple times. And as you breathe the light, now breathe through your sacral chakra, exhale through your root, and then all the way down into your plexus, out through your heart, into your throat, out through your third eye, into your crown, and then all the way down to your root. And when it goes out through your root, it goes all the way around you, creating a donut field shape, and then in through your crown. And then we're going to do that a few times, and then let the light to show you how they must flow. Imagine, visualize course of light from the pranic light from source, going head to toe, and then all the way up, creating different wheels of light, portals, creating new paths through the synchronicity in a very natural way, almost effortlessly. And now command. I would like to download the capacity for me to be always connected to Source, so I can teach myself in every day, in every moment, what Source-like feels as a human being. Tima ashta te ira ase te eki eske te eki na. I would like to activate the language of the light for me to see, to sense, to hear what it's like for a human that is always connected to Source to completely understand the language of the light. Te ema ashka tina te seteki ishka te ra aseteki ishke teki iki ina. Now breathe and expand. And imagine that the rotors feel that flows in whatever way or pattern feels it needs you will expand. You can expand it 3 feet around you, 5 feet, 7 feet, 11 feet. We're going to see a number. Trust that the information that is coming through, it comes from your source. Now ask a color to be revealed. The color that you see is going to help you to activate, heal, or balance anything that it is needed. That color may change. Don't lose concentration. Go in again. If you lose concentration, go back into paying attention into the energy field when you breathe. From your nose in, out your mouth, in the crown, out the moon, all the way up, and then again and again. And notice how many colors will pop up. And let those colors to change in form and to move, so they create patterns, and those patterns will have a sound. The sound of the universe vibrates in Om. It is the first sound, the base of any healing. So that will start changing in different cephalgia frequencies that may not be able to be heard by your ears, but they will be heard by your heart chakras and meridians. So imagine that you can hear a melody into the silence of your own inner light. And now be brave enough and confident to trust that what you see comes from Spirit. Notice that your light creates patterns, psychogeometry, geometric shapes that spin, swirl, and change form. And now I would like to ask you to think on love. Notice what color it does have. Notice if you perceive any feeling, any smell, any sensation. Maybe tingling, electricity, And now ask not only for a color, but also for a pattern. What the code of love means for you. And allow yourself to see it. If you cannot see it, create it on your field. Imagine you do. And I want you to imagine and tune into the channel of peace. What color peace has for you? What sensation? What pattern? What codes are shown to you? Notice that your sacred geometry and map of your soul changes. Pay attention without judgment, critique, or being very inquisitive about your experience. And now tune into something that makes you feel afraid. Notice how your aura shifts and the energy boosts harmonization. And now allow yourself to bring a code of light or a frequency from your own channel and source that will balance that fear, sensation, and code. You can bring light, love, peace, balance, or healing. Now I want you to go within your own core of light. We're only working with your aura formed by your chakras and meridians, your own sacred geometry. You have many layers around you, but in this session we're going to only work with your aura. I want you to imagine that you are the most powerful healer in the universe. And all the most powerful healers in the universe, such as ascended masters, angels, galactics, are within you, connected to your own source of light. And as if you are doing a healing on a holographic client that it is you, I would like to practice for you to identify hooks and blocks that are ready to receive light. And I'm going to assist you. First of all, I want you to ask for a number from 0 to 22. Now ask that number to be confirmed 3 times so you are sure your information is accurate. Now I would like to imagine that you are this powerful, very high frequency doctor and healer, an expert of light language. And imagine that the other version of you that is a client form lay down in a form of hospital bed and ask to be relieved where those hooks are in the body. You may see them as a smoky aspect, as a hole, actually as a hook, as a metal or robotic part, as a damaged part. You may receive image about the emotions that are attached to those hooks, like memories from the past or from other life, or that were given to you by family members like mom or dad. And without any judgment, I want you to imagine that you have 12 advisors around you, ascended masters, angels, galactic, source itself, the Holy Spirit, Jesus, whoever you trust, and ask them what should we do to bring healing into this vessel. And you are going to receive 3 images that may be codes, colors, or actions that represent guidance. I'm going to do few minutes of light language, so I support your process. But I want you to know that you can practice this for yourself, not only to activate your light language, but also to have a very high frequency field that will not allow any pain, wound, or distortion, or sorrow in your experience. If you're not sure about the information that is coming through us, using your intuition, can you please clarify? I'm not sure. And then ask 3 times to be confirmed. Titi ishta te ira asite eki ishka te isite eki kiria. Pretend that you know what you are doing. Ti ishka titi isa tekora ateki ishki ina. Allow yourself to receive very clear guidance, as if you are injecting medicine of light language in all those hooks. And then when you finish, ask, there is anything else that we need to do now? And then wait for your answer. Ask for feedback so you learn to receive accurate information. And I'm going to give you a tip. When the information comes from the light, it is uplifted without judgment and vibrates at the heart level. When the information comes from the mind, you are going to feel it in your belly as a crunchy sensation in the form of doubt or confusion. So that may be a no. Hard, soothing, gentle will be a yes. If you have mixed information, you can say, can you please give me the information or the guidance later in a way that I do understand? And I'm going to give you a tip. Imagine that you have 2 cards in front of you that you don't see the answers. One say yes and one say no. So let's ask that question that it was without confirmation and say to Spirit, I may not know always the answer, but I do know that every day I feel more confident and clear about my own guidance. And it is my will and my desire to instruct my intuition in such a way I always know where to go in the flow of Source. So can you please confirm this question with a yes or no? And then imagine that you flip 1 card. Without hesitation, know that it is the answer from Spirit. You can do that at any time, and we do suggest that you ask simple questions when you have no resistance, such as, should I drink coffee or tea? Yes or no? Should I wear a red scarf or no? Yes or no? But simple questions you are going to learn to practice to read your energy field. And then ask Spirit to show you the codex, the color, the feeling that you are working through. Let's say that on a daily basis, you were all in alignment after meditation, and then someone else's trick you with a mean sentence about you, drag you down into confusion and hopeless. At that moment, take 2 seconds to drop the storyline and ask Spirit to come through in whatever way or form that feels comfortable for you, and ask, can you please support me with the guidance that I need in this moment? And then imagine you will flip the cards or see whatever it is needed. If you don't have a clear answer, ask 3 times. If still is not being able to come through because you lose your center, said, whenever I am in my center, I want to receive the answer about what should be done, so you can rectify and upgrade the codes that vibrate in lower frequencies. You can do this type of practice to homes, intentions, places, plants, animals, desires to manifest, or anything that you would like to do. You even set your intentions and pre-program healing from when it is needed. For example, let's say that you are driving and someone else insults you. and you feel upset because it was not fair. You can say, I'm going to program healing so I can clear this event from my field when I go to sleep, because right now I'm going to be busy. Or you can, even when you go to sleep, set your intention so you can heal Gaia, your family lineage, your future self, or anything that you would like to do. We do suggest that the first step, it is to know what you need to do in order for you to open your channel. The second step, it is to know that you are always connected, even when you feel disconnected. When you feel disconnected, it is because you are connected through this connection. But it does not mean you are not connected, because indeed you always are. So choose to what frequencies and codes you connect to yourself. Third step, drop the storyline about the victimization or whatever that block you from having clear guidance about what to do, and be responsible for your own energy. Practice baby steps so you know where to go, what to do, and when to do it. And if you feel that you don't have the complete answers or clear guidance about what to do, then you may rely where you are and find your center first, because all answers will come when you need to know them. And if you are not in need to have those answers revealed, those are not going to come to you unless it's necessary. So trust you are always in divine order and in the plan of your soul's will. Now we would like to practice one more time to tune into your center. Imagine one more time that you are a healer and that an aspect of you comes for help. It may be your inner child, it may be your adolescent, it may be your future self, or a moment in your time that you experience sorrow of drama or some wound that is willing to receive light today. Imagine that you sit with yourself. And now while we do few moments of light language, we want you to practice to listen to that aspect of you that you were ignoring for a long time because that wound, it was very painful. Let's begin. Be gentle and kind. That is not right and wrong. Imagine that this aspect of you is only looking for approval and care. So give that aspect of you the time to be heard. Ti ishna titisa teki ishke tekiara de kise teki ishta titi isamate ki ishka. Allow yourself to notice the story that you have been broadcasting for all those years, and notice the predominant energy. And now we're going to ask you a few questions so you get a better discernment about what to do. And I want you to judge, but in a good way. Does that story come from feeling insecure, from feeling abandoned, from feeling low, from feeling not enough, not valued, from feeling the victim, from feeling not enough, less? Just identify the program that is asking for you to be restored to the language of the light. Ti ishna tititida asete eki ishkate isete eki kiena. Let's say that you are working with insecurity, and we are going to look for the opposite pattern. The opposite pattern, it will be power. So let's ask for a code of power and two more frequencies that are going to be the trinity that will balance that weakness within the self. In that case, it will be love and kindness. As you reveal through your own intuition and your imagination, your own codes, colors, or whatever pattern that is needed to support that aspect of yourself. We want you now to pay attention in your body and to identify where that weakness was seated, in what part of your body, connected with what chakra. And now identify what you need to do. If you were with a client, that in this case it is yourself, you're going to always receive that solution. Now ask that what it is a more simple way to feel powerful is that it is the case. You may be guided to do affirmations, meditations, so you can shift gradually into whatever it is needed. We see codes of light as crystals. Crystals are frozen consciousness that tells a story. If you are looking at obsidian, you are looking for a crystal for protection. If you are looking at amethyst, you are looking for a crystal that it is healer. If you are looking at multivite, you are looking at crystal that comes from the stars. Now, each code will be a light code that vibrates in the higher frequency, or it will be a code needing light. There is no judgment because dark and light work together for the evolution of the soul. But what we think it will serve you, it is to become more aware and to recall that whatever you do, whether virtuous or not, has a result. What comes around goes around, as you human says. So each code, each intention will sow seeds that you can reap the fruit later. So contemplate that, and as long as you are to focus on the self and the importance of your own inner light, you will be caught up in your own expansion. But if you are caught up into any distortions such as drama or confusion, you will be noticing judgment, critique, good or bad, that in constant judgment will take you away from the light. So be aware that the reality, that life, it is embedded in cycles. Cycles that represent a codex, a pattern. Things that come and go in new stages, that begin and that bring new alignment when they end. When they are transformed, so maintain awareness of the preciousness of the human life and become appreciative about what you can do as a human. And that will be one of the most powerful tools you can use for the greatest expansion. We do also suggest that you can practice your light language by doing the same process. You don't have to do the process that long, but you can take a minute to bring an aspect of you as if you have a client that will need you to sow seeds of light on. Or you can use this with persons around you, with clients, with plants, with animals, or with intentions. You are going to be assisting your own collective and collapsing the all part of them, deconstructing the all by adding codes of light that will shift your reality from control versus freedom, from shadow versus light. We also suggest that you are gentle and find your own way and your own pattern through your own intuition. So you engage with your light language in whatever way or form that feels comfortable for you, so you can immerse your light. Allow yourself to be transparent with you and be responsible for the energy that you bring up into all places. And as you allow your emotions the flow as they are meant to be, you are going to create a very uplifting surrounding of cones of light that will be trained to instantly rectify any shadow aspect even without your own inner knowing. We also suggest that after doing light language in any way or form, you take 1 second, 1 minute, or 10 minutes to ground. That way you anchor those seeds of light for humanity itself. And this is what we would like for you to do now. Go back into your own auric technology. The colors and sacred geometry that are going to be revealed to you. You have an outer layer when your aura ends that is called source regenerative light. That it is a plasmic light that comes from your soul for your support. When that extra layer ends, you will have an extra layer that is called body of light. And in this layer, it is where your divine spirit, your I am presence, your angelic self or guardian angel lives. It is as if you are walking all the time with angels around you that become a complementing part of your auric field. And when that last layer ends, you will have the source rim, the soul rim. That it is the layer of your aura where you meet everyone else. Family members, friends, enemies, the currents of the collective, animals, plants, or any other living being or extended consciousness. And from that, you can clear course, reactivate them, or do anything that it is needed. Every intention that will have to be manifested, it will be in that outer layer of your aura. Course will be also in that outer layer of your aura, and when that outer layer of your aura ends, you have 2 more that have been recently activated for humans. Sun plasmic light coming from the central sun that provides access to your Akashic records, and plasmic light that comes from the center of the universe in form of the alchemy of the Trinity between the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and the Holy Spirit. As you can see right now, you are well protected and well supported. So fear no more, and let your light, your own codex, to guide you. And now, noting and noticing your real light, how your aura will look, we want you to ground in the degree and the form that feels correct and comfortable for you. And as you ground, bring more light in and exhale gratitude for this process that you now know how to do it for yourself. Of course, adjusting it to your intuition and your own needs. Now please ground 7 more times, 1 for each of your chakras. You may even see the color of the chakras. And as you breathe, anchor that feeling and that sensation of being in the light. We thank you, we love you, we bless you.